and talking with each other. And suddenly I heard one of them saying, "Oh my God, our country needs to be developed." And I thought, oh, it's nice that the youth of our nation are thinking about the development of our country. I turned back and looked at them. But guess what? The very people who were talking about the development of our nation was throwing chocolate wrappers directly onto the street. That stumbled me. That moment taught me something. We all do talk about the development of our nation, the development of our society, but sometimes we forget the society, the nation began from us. Namaskaram. A warm and pleasant good afternoon to everyone presented over here. Respected chairperson, chief guests, special guests, honorable judges who can see beyond words, me, myself, Onusa Bandari from grade 9 son. Today, I feel privileged to stand before you and share my perspective on a topic that not only defines my responsibility as a youth citizen. First of all, let me begin with a question. Who is youth citizen? Anyone? Youth citizen is not merely a young face in a crowd. They are the voice of change, a hand of service, and a hope for the nation. Relax. Represent the future of our nation, and I have the pen. Yes, we, the youth of our nation, have the pen, and it's dependent on the youth what the youth want to ink down on this paper. We often say that the future of our nation lies in the hands of youth. But my dear judges, I question you. What today are we doing for that future? Are we just chilling at home waiting for someone else to change our nation for us? Or are we willing to become the change itself? Remember, a nation does not become great only because of its mountains, rivers, and buildings. A nation becomes great when its people choose to make it great. And that's exactly where our responsibility as a youth citizen began. Being a youth citizen is not just about carrying responsibilities to make it better. We have the power to create change even through smallest action. We must use our voice not only to complain about what is wrong, but also to stand for what is right. We, the youth of nation, have the power to create change overnight. But despite of this, today I live in a nation where, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, a cigarette which can kill you is sold openly, but when a girl has to buy a sanitary pad, she has to hide them in a black polythene. What are we ashamed of? This is not just about sanitary pad, it is about how we think. It is about the silence that we have accepted. And I, as the youth of my nation, have the responsibility to challenge these mindsets. If I don't speak for today, if I don't speak for tomorrow, then who will? If I don't raise my voice today, then who will? Remember, we are the fire that will burn away the darkness. We are the storm that will sweep away injustice. Now we must decide if we want our nation to be drowned in the darkness of despair or rise as the sun of hope. I repeat, we must decide if we want our nation to be drowned in the darkness of despair or rise as the sun of hope. There's a beautiful saying, Uday menahi siddhantayanti karyani na manorathe. I repeat, Uday menahi siddhantayanti karyani na manorathe. Which means success comes through effort, not merely wishes. And I believe this is exactly what my nation wants from its youth. Not just dream, but the courage to turn those dreams into action. And it begins when we stop throwing chocolate wrappers directly onto the streets. It begins when we respect the one who cleans our road as much as the one who sits in our office. It begins when we stop saying, "Why should I?" and start saying, "Why not me?" Because how can we demand change from our leaders when we are unwilling to change ourselves? How can we demand for a better society while silently watching when someone around us is being discriminated? Prithvinarayan Saha wisely said in his Divya Upadesh, "Praja mota bhaye darbar banyo huncha." If people are prosperous, then the nation will become stronger. Remember, it's easy to say that I love my nation in words. It's easy to say that I love my nation in real love for a nation is shown through actions. Patriotism is not only standing proudly when the national anthem begins. Patriotism is what you do after the national anthem ends. At last, I want to live in a nation where a young girl can complete her education without being told that marriage is her next deadline. I want to live in a nation where a young woman does not have to turn on her live location every time she needs to reach home after the sunset. I want to live in a nation where menstrual leave is recognized as workplace dignity. Let's not be the generation that witnessed the history being written. Let's be the generation that writes the history. Let's be the generation that writes the story of courage, a story of a stronger Nepal. King Birendra once said, "Even if I die, shall my country live on," and I repeat that too. Even if we die, shall our country live on. Even if we die, shall our country live on. Thank you.